A long time ago, in a peaceful land called Galilee, a remarkable event unfolded near a small town. People had traveled from many villages and homes to gather on a grassy hillside. They came together to listen to a kind and special teacher, spending the whole day learning from him by the quiet waters of a lake. In those times, life was often simple, and people walked long distances to reach their destinations. It was common for crowds to gather, eager to hear wise words. Many came from far away, bringing what little food they had for their journey. They would spend hours, sometimes even days, listening and learning, often forgetting the passage of time. The main person everyone came to see was Jesus. He was a gentle teacher who spoke about kindness and how to live well. People were drawn to his words, and they loved to be near him. The crowd included men, women, and many children, all sitting patiently on the green grass, listening intently to everything Jesus shared. As the day began to draw to a close, the sun started to dip low in the sky. The large crowd had been there since morning, and many had not eaten for a long time. People realized they had traveled far and were beginning to feel very hungry. Their stomachs rumbled quietly, and some children started to look tired. Jesus noticed that the people were hungry. He turned to his friends, called disciples, and asked a question. Where can we buy bread for all these people to eat? He was thinking about how everyone could be fed, knowing that it was important for them to have sustenance after such a long day of listening. His friends looked around, trying to figure out what they could do. They realized they had very little food with them. One of Jesus's friends found a young boy who was willing to share his small lunch. The boy offered 5 small loaves of bread and 2 little fish, a very humble meal for one person. The challenge was quite clear. There were so many people. About 5,000 men were present, and with the women and children also there, the number was much, much larger. How could such a tiny amount of food, just 5 small loaves and 2 fish, possibly be enough to feed thousands of hungry people? It seemed impossible. Then, a special moment happened. Jesus took the 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish. He looked up towards the sky and gave thanks, saying a simple blessing over the food. Then, he began to break the bread and the fish into pieces. He gave these pieces to his friends, and they started to pass them out to the people. As Jesus's friends distributed the food, something remarkable occurred. Everyone in the large crowd ate as much as they wanted. They passed the pieces of bread and fish from person to person, and each person found enough to satisfy their hunger. There was plenty for everyone to eat, and no one went away hungry. After everyone had eaten their fill, Jesus asked his friends to gather all the leftover pieces. They walked among the crowd and carefully collected every bit that remained. When they finished, they had filled 12 baskets with the extra pieces of bread and fish. There was so much food left over, more than they had started with. From this story, we can learn a simple but important lesson. It teaches us that even a very small amount of something can become enough for many people when it is offered with kindness and shared. It shows that when there seems to be not enough, provision can still be made in surprising ways. The large crowd, now full and content, began their journeys back to their homes and villages as the evening twilight settled over the land. The day, which had started with hunger, ended with everyone feeling satisfied and cared for. It was a peaceful ending to a memorable day by the lake.